Near the top of the screen, we find instructions on how to add components to our farm. Holos offers several expandable groups of available farm components for you to choose from here on the left. To see what components a group contains, click the bar containing the name of the category you wish to inspect. Let's start with land management. Within land management, we have three options to choose from. To add a component to your farm, you can drag and drop it to the right, or double-click the item. As you can see, we now have two fields in our farm. If you want to add cattle to your farm, expand the beef production category and choose from one of the three options. Let's add a beef finisher component to our farm. Now that we've added fields and beef finisher to our farm, we can collapse the land management and beef production tabs. Right-clicking on any component will give you a context menu with options to create copies of the selected component or remove all components. To remove a single component from your farm, click the X in the upper right hand of the component. Holos will always double-check with the user before deleting a component. To activate a component for entry and modification, click on the component under My Farm. Let's enter the details of our field. Holos has already given us some steps to follow. In step 1, you can change the name of your field, as well as modify details such as the total area of the field, the start year of the field history, and the end year. In step 2, you can enter the crop grown in the selected field. The default crop is wheat. Let's change it to barley silage. You can also select winter, cover, and undersown crops. Let's select seeded grassland. Your crop selection in step 2 will affect the details and options available in step 3. Step 3 contains various tabs that affect our selected crop. The message in blue at the bottom is telling us that Holos assumes a default moisture content of 65%. Holos provides default values for many of its calculations. However, they can all be changed. In the General tab, we can also change other crop specifics, such as yield in wet and dry weight, tillage type, harvest method, irrigation, and pesticide application. Other properties within each tab are also available for modification by selecting Yes on the Show Additional Information button in the top right corner of step 3. For our current crop, this includes fuel energy and herbicide energy. The Fertilizer tab offers the ability to add fertilizer applications. Likewise, the Manure tab offers the ability to add manure applications. The Soil tab can be used to change the soil type for the specific field in either Basic or Custom mode. In the Residue tab, you can specify how much carbon or nitrogen is in your crops. You can also specify how much of the crop remains in or on the ground after harvest. Similar details are found in the Winter and Cover Crops tab if such a crop exists in the field. The Economics tab provides details of costs associated with each field, such as regional average price of the crop, as well as direct costs. Again, although Holos provides default values for many of its calculations, all values may be changed. Now that we've covered our field component, we will proceed to set up the beef finisher component. Like the field component, Holos guides you through setting up your beef component in 3 steps. Begin by activating the beef finisher component by single-clicking on it. All animal components are composed of animal groups that you can add or remove within step 1. In the case of beef finishers, heifers and steers are the 2 available groups. By clicking the Add Group button, you can specify which group you'd like to add and how many you'd like to add. In step 2, we can modify the amount of management periods for each group of animals. We've currently selected Steer Group 4. A management period is a time period that encompasses certain practices in raising animals. You can add management periods for each group by pressing the Add Management Period button, as well as remove management periods by pressing the X button on the right. You can modify the start and end dates of each period by selecting the dates and using a calendar to choose the new date. The number of days the period covers is also displayed. In step 3, we can define the details of a selected management period. There are 4 categories within each management period: general, diet, housing, and manure. Under the General tab, we specify the number of animals, their daily gain, and their start and end weight. Under the Diet tab, we specify diet type, diet additive, or you can create a custom diet, which is covered in another tutorial. The Housing and Manure tabs allow you to specify details regarding manure handling systems and housing types. Keep in mind, each animal group consists of unique management periods, and each management period is defined by unique management period specifications. Now that your selected components are all set up, you can review the results.